Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today, we are gonna get back into Chicago, and I'm super excited. This is from the album Chicago 5 from 1972, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Chicago 1972 exactly. And to who do we owe this pleasure? Thank you, JK, for sponsoring this video. We're going to do a song that has two parts, which is called Dialogue. It's pretty much a one song. I don't know why they split these songs into two. I guess because of when they, become, when back in the day when they were making CDs. So I don't know if the LP was also split into, I don't know, different tracks, I don't think so. But well, this is, like I said, JK, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. And we are going to listen to Dialogue Part 1 and 2. And let's check out real quick some information here that JK sent to me. It says, this is Dialogue Part 1 and 2 by Chicago from the album Chicago 5 1972. Despite the title, this is one song without a break. There we go. Over 7 minutes long. The radio edit is much shorter, so you'll want to play part 1 and 2 from the original album, of course. I always go for the longer stuff. And here, the first part is literally a sung dialogue between Terry Kath and Peter Cetera. So you want to bring up the lyrics. I will, of course, and I can't wait. Oh, Chicago is always a, for me, a adventure to get into. I'm always surprised how good this band actually was, and just the catalog is, I don't know. There's no way to keep up with these people. Let's see, where are they? And I know a lot of people have said, after a certain while, it was not the same anymore. But yeah, there's still albums coming out literally this year. But, it's like, collections and stuff and Christmas albums. But, I mean, I do see here, let's see. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, I mean, 2014, 2011 had Chicago 18 in 1986. It's just like, it's crazy. To take a deep dive with these guys would take years, but... And especially, obviously, doing reactions. No way we could react to this whole thing, but as much as we can, So here we go with JK's picks, and I'm super interested. Let's see what this entails. Dialogue. I'll have the lyrics pulled up. Thank you so much for joining. If this is your first time watching a NicknLex video, welcome. If you enjoy, please like it. Give it a like, maybe subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, all that good stuff. There's a bunch of reactions of me and my wife together as well. She's pretty active on the channel. There's always a video of her and I every morning. Pretty much we try to be consistent, but sometimes it's just like impossible because of time and stuff. But yeah, here we go with Dialogue Part 1 and Part 2. Enjoy. Thank you, and let's go. Here we go.
Optimistic about the way that things are going. No, I never ever think of it at all. Don't you ever worry when you see what's going down. Well, I try to mind my business, that is no business at all.
I love it.
When it's time to function as a feeling human being, with your bachelor of arts help you get by. Study further, a few more years or so. I also hope to make it happen. We can make it happen. Yeah, we can make it happen. We can make it happen.
Wow. Wow, man. It was just cut off. Wow. What an amazing song and message. Let's get first to the music and then let's talk about the lyrics. Chicago. I mean, what a amazing combined effort to make great music. I mean, it's like when I listen to Chicago, or when we listen to Chicago, Alexia and I, we're always blown away just how good, you know, the music sounds, like the recording process, but also just the execution of the instruments and just the combined effort to make everything sound so crisp and so rehearsed, and it's just amazing. And everyone in this band is like a virtuoso. Of course, for me, Terry Kath is one of my favorite 70s guitar players. I know the stories about, you know, Jimi Hendrix saying, you know, he's my favorite guitar player. You know, I don't blame Jimi Hendrix for saying that. He was just, you know, above and beyond, you know, and especially at this time, the way he uses that Cry Baby, you know, right there. I have one right there, right there. It's hard to, and it's such a great tool for expression, especially with the guitar, that, you know, that kind of like, that wah, that Cry Baby. That's why it's called the way it's called. And the way he plays it, and just the way he plays lead guitar, rhythm guitar, is just wonderful. The bass here, you know, keeping up with the drums. The drums are so, it's almost like it is basically jazz fusion, you know, but disguised as something more, I guess, not as hard to digest for you know, mass consumption. It's just perfect. The bass and the drums were just ridiculous, and the horn section is always super, just, I don't know. I mean, the way the time signatures here, the way they come in and leave, and then they're back, and it's just, Chicago is just king in that field, you know, when it comes to that kind of like soul also, and I mean, it's just, they were just in a different headspace, I guess, musically. And even in the lyrics, you know, when he says, I don't really remember like right now because I just heard it once, but do you think your education from that particular school is going to be enough? And it's so funny because when it comes to the lyrics, I can identify with this so good. And I've had conversations with a lot of people. And I'm like the person that's always asking, like, you think, like, what do you think about this? And but I don't talk about these, especially politics. I don't like to talk about this on the channel because this is a non-political channel. But I mean, yes, it has to be addressed sometimes, especially, you know, this is 52 years ago, and if I'm not mistaken, if my math isn't off, but and it's still, you know, it still holds up today with the problems that we have, the planet, you know, as a whole. I think all different kinds of politics that are on this planet. But I got a comment last time when I did a song that was about politics, and it was like, well, you know, you don't get the song because you don't know anything. Trust me, I know a lot about politics, and I am invested, but I just decide to, that's a personal thing that I want to keep to myself, because it is just like, I don't know. I've always been like that when it comes to politics, because growing up in a country like Germany with such a dark history of you know, wars and their politics and stuff like that, you know, you're a little bit more reserved when it comes to that. So I pulled up the lyrics here one more time, and it's so funny because, like I said, I'm always that person, you know, that asks the questions, and usually it's there's people that are just, you know, that do live in a different, they decide to live in a different, um like I would say they just decide to not worry about these things. Like I, because they're there, but there's something, you know, sometimes people are like, well, there's nothing I can do about it. That's the answer I get most of the times. Like, for example, are you optimistic about the way things are going? And some people are like, yes, very optimistic. And you will always get two answers, you know, or you will get a third answer. And you're like, I don't really care, you know. And that's what this entails, you know. Don't you ever worry when you see what's going down? Well, I try to mind my business, you know. I get that a lot. When it's time to function as a feeling, as a as a feeling human being, this is where the Bachelor of Arts, you know. And this is me here. I hope to study further a few more years or so. I'm always about that. I'm always on Alexia's, you know, I'm always telling you, oh man, I should do this more and I should study more and I should practice more. It's so funny. Yeah, it's a very, very good song. Very, very, I think it holds up very well to today and to 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 years ago, and maybe it might in another 50 years. You know, this a song will never be out of style, because I'm sure that I mean, just the way us humans function on this planet, it's a system that we're part of, and it's always going to be this way, you know. So it's always going to be. So what do you think about this? What do you like? You know, like you think we could do better, you know, stuff like that, and talking about, of course, stuff like, you know, leadership, you know. Like, for example, well, I hope the president knows what he's into. I don't know. Me, I just don't know. And then don't you see the starvation in the city where you live, and all the needless hunger, all the needless pain? I haven't been there lately. The country is so fine. You see, that's like the problem. And maybe it's not the problem. This person is not the problem. He's just giving his point of view. The one person is giving their point of view because they're there, and some people don't even know. That's what's so crazy about this. And now I think with the internet, we are much more thrust into a situation that we were not aware of. You know, where I guess we get way more information. Of course, I mean, but is that, you know, where are we designed, you know, to are we, you know, to take all that information in, and, you know, you think it's like, I don't know, it's such a different world. When this was recorded, you know, people were reading books, and yeah, you would get some glimpse of stuff on TV and in the newspapers, but today we get hundreds of videos of what's going on. So it's a different time. But just what a great pick again. JK, you know, always kind of like picks very thoughtful things, and I love the tributes, and thank you so much for, you know, giving the channel that like a little bit of more edgy, you know, feel when it comes to songs, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, it's I really want to see what you guys talk about in the comments, you know. And yeah, I hope it's very friendly, and, you know, the good thing is we're all friends. I know there's a lot of people who are one-time watchers. They watch one video, they comment, and they leave to never be seen again. And sometimes it's very negative. And yes, it's unfortunate, but yes, it is the internet. And, you know, I've grown very thick skin, you know, since we've been doing this. So I ignore all that negativity, you know. So, but yeah, let me see what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the song. I hope you enjoyed the lyrics. What do you think? and let's have a conversation down below. Thank you, JK. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.